Hi and welcome back to my channel. My name is Lila Dawad if you're new here, and today I'm going to talk about one of my favorite topics in the whole wide world, and because today we're going to talk about perfume. More specifically, Amouage and niche perfumes. And this is something I can talk about for hours and hours and hours, but today I wanted to share with you my recent purchase which was on my wish list, which was my Christmas gift, but also to give you a little background on what niche perfumes are and some interesting information you might have not known about Amouage and about this scent in particular. Let's get started. So, what are niche perfumes? We all know perfumes that brands release, but there's also a different category specifically for niche perfumes. But what does it actually mean and how different are they really, besides the price point? So, the word niche on its own already entails something quite different. So, even let's say there's commercial perfumes that even high-end brands release, but they're more so targeted for a wider audience, something that would satisfy the majority of the people. But what niche is, even just by the name of it, is something not for everyone. It's something more boutique, something more exclusive and small scale. But when it comes to perfume, what it actually means is that there is more freedom for noses, which is what they call people who develop the scent, the perfumes. They're called the noses, like a nose of this scent, for example. So what it does, it gives them the freedom to play around with more scents, different concentrations, and not be afraid of experimenting, to take more risks, which in my opinion I think is a huge thing, because perfumery and fragrance industry, it's so big, and in my opinion it is the exact same art form as paintings, because there are collectors who collect paintings and it's the same art form, it's all art. So here it's like you're giving them freedom, and what artist wouldn't want that freedom just to play around and experiment? So that's one of the things, and that's to have the freedom to experiment more and not be so tied to specific requirements or guidelines or just brackets and frames. So that's one of it. Secondly, they have access to exclusivity. It's also like a little, because it's more niche and boutique, the production scale is smaller, everything is smaller quantities, but smaller quantities also means you can invest more in the product itself, such as the ingredients, because as you know, sourcing ingredients, the raw materials for fragrance are very expensive, especially if you're developing some really unique scents. What else is also, the packaging is most of the time different, in the sense that they invest more money into the packaging because they are not required to create, it's not mass market, so the volume already is decreased, which gives you more money to invest into higher, smaller quantities. So I think that's pretty much it. It's quite self-explanatory when you think about creative freedom, more luxurious, more niche, more small scale, but also unconventional scents and really rare ingredients. So that's essentially what niche perfumes are and why they're different, why they're actually more expensive. And today we're gonna talk about specifically this Amouage Dia 40 scent, which has been on my wish list, as you know, and it has been my Christmas gift for myself, and I just wanted to give you a little background on the scent, a little background on the history of the brand, which is one of the most well-known niche perfumes in the world, and that's Amouage. And this is, we have Dia 40. So to give you a bit of background, so Amouage is a luxury fragrance house founded in Oman in 1983, and its mission was to create the most exquisite perfumes by blending the Omani heritage as well as sourcing a lot of high quality and rare ingredients. Some of them also found and sourced from Oman, such as frankincense and rose. That's something that makes it very special. Dia 40 specifically was developed and introduced as if for the 40th anniversary of the Amouage, and was developed by Jean-Claude Elena, who is one of the most famous perfumers and noses in the world, who worked for brands like Hermes, Acqua di Parma, Bulgari, and many more luxury brands. And he was the nose behind this specific scent. So if you know Amouage, you also know they have a classic Dia 40 and Dia, to be exact, and Dia 40 is the newest one. So the main difference is that Dia 40 is more concentrated. It's 40% concentrated. It was released specifically for the anniversary, and it's more of an elevated version of the classic Dia 40. So the mission was to evoke a sense of radiant femininity. So this scent is very feminine, very delicate and timeless, and has this kind of soapy feel, but at the same time so unique and unlike any other. So if you know the smell of Dia, imagine it, but as in more intense and elevated. So I hope this gives you some kind of an idea of a background of what niche perfumes are, how they're different, the artistry behind the craftsmanship, the whole completely different world of it, because it's really different from like commercial perfumes. It's just completely different industry in my opinion. It's different type of art, form of art. Gives you also some ideas and some maybe information you didn't know about Amouage, because there's a lot also I didn't know about, and learning makes when you know the history behind the houses, the history behind the scents, how they were developed, gives you more value. You understand the value behind the perfume itself, that it's not just something that smells good, it's art. The difference between, I'd say, if you were wondering, in Dia 40 and Dia, it has the same DNA. Although Dia 40, because it was released as a special edition for the 40th anniversary, it does have that celebratory, very intense scent, so it's way more concentrated and it's much more bolder. It's just gorgeous. I know my mom has the Dia and I have the Dia 40, and there's a difference. Like a Dia is more subtle, classic, timeless, and this is more loud, yet just so sophisticated and exclusive. So I hope this gives you some kind of insights. Maybe you learned something new. Please do let me know, what are your favorite Amouage scents? Have you ever smelled Dia 40? What do you think? Let me know in the comments down below. And I really hope you enjoyed this video. I really did enjoy learning and educating myself on Amouage Dia and perfumes, as I do, because I love perfume. It's a passion of mine. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one.